Hi everyone, Gabriela here presenting you with our latest creative Sewing Studio Employee Challenge. About a month ago, I gave everyone that works here the opportunity to participate, and we had 6 brave contestants come forward with their talents and determination to complete this task with expertise and good humor. The challenge was to use one of these vest patterns to make a vest that was unique to them and one that they would wear, but I wanted everyone to really push the limits, and boy, did they push them. Every participant used fabric and supplies from the sewing studio and had 1 month to create their vest. We are filming this video because we need you to vote for your favorite vest in the comments, and the contestant with the most votes will win this challenge. Okay, let's get started. Introducing contestant number 1, Howard, with what he calls the sewer's vest friend. This vest showcases 36 different sewing techniques. Howard, what are those techniques?
Well, even laying out the fabric. Here I have a fabric on the bias, straight a grain, and then on the back is on the cross grain across my belt.
Wow.
I've done a corded seam.
Okay.
I've done here an overlap with the bonded edge on the bias.
Okay.
I've done a fake pocket.
All right.
I've done a patch pocket on the inside of my vest. Here it is.
Awesome.
Okay, I've done a welt pocket here.
Okay.
I've also used different interfacings, canvas, fusible, sew-in. I've done that throughout. And then here I have also my closures. I have a hook, a snap, Velcro, and a button and buttonhole.
Show the closures to the camera. There you go.
And then also I have one more closure.
Okay.
How about a zipper?
Okay. Wow. Look at that for detail.
And I've also used hand sewing techniques. So just a simple basting stitch. And on the inside I finished them with cross stitch, blind stitch. And so they're all in my seams here. And it's also adjustable.
This is going to be great to wear to the next class that you teach.
Oh, well, somebody says, how do you do a flat felt? I say to them, this is a flat felt. They say, what about a dart? I said, here's a dart finished, but over here is a princess line. So I can wear it and I can be teaching at the same time.
There you go. Now, let's get one slow turnaround so the viewers can see. This is contestant number 1. Thank you so much, Howard.
Thank you, Gabriela.
Now introducing contestant number 2, Carolyn. She has always been a follow the directions sewer until she took a class recently which she was forced to color outside the lines. Carolyn, how did you color outside the lines with your vest?
Well, the first thing we had to do was scrunch and wrinkle up the fabric. And I thought that was very strange, but then we were able to flatten it with a piece of iron-on interfacing and then embellish the top with whatever we wanted.
Wow.
And then I thought, oh my gosh, I have to use so many colors. I've never done that before. I was always very conservative. But
you did a great job with that.
I loved using all the colors and almost putting one thing on top of another. It's one piece of rickrack on top of another piece of rickrack because that orange one began to dominate. So
Yeah.
I thought, oh, cover that up with something.
So you layer the colors and they all blend better.
Yes, that's true.
And what did you do on this side of your vest?
On this side, we tucked the fabric with about 3/4 to 1/2 inch tucks, and then started with the ribbon underneath the tuck, pulling it over top and twisting it into another tuck, and then ironed the tucks the opposite direction.
Wow.
So the tucks are ironed in different directions at every layer where you see I've put the rickrack on top. And the ribbons just show through. And again, it was a real advancement for me to use so many colors. But
Really incredible movement with all the ribbons and the tucks.
And this fabric lent itself very well because in the background of the fabric there were all colors, and so that made it all kind of go together.
And you kind of pulled in some rifle paper colors. You used that
Oh.
new fabric.
I did. I fell in love with the rifle paper fabrics, and this piece right here that I thought would show up more was my basic fabric that I worked with, and I used it in the center back. Shall I turn around?
Yes, definitely.
I used
Show us
it
the back.
Down the center back.
And now what did you do on the back?
And again, used more of the rifle paper fabric, and I think maybe one other piece because the colors went so well together. And
Yes, you have some yellow in
made
there.
strips, made sort of diamond or angled shaped strips and sewed them together, and put a divider between them, just playing with color, which I never had done before.
Okay, give us one last turnaround. Everyone, this is contestant number 2. And turn around one more time. And thank you so much, Carolyn.
Okay.
Introducing contestant number 3, Holly,
Hi, everybody.
with her gorgeous vest. Holly, show us this detail. Explain to us what you did.
Okay, thank you, Gabriela. So, when this fabric came in, it was like a patchwork kind of floral. It immediately drew my eye because it was bright and pretty. So I thought immediately I needed to do a garment in it, but I didn't know what. And then shortly after that, the vest contest came up, and I'm like, oh, I know what I'm going to use. So I bought my fabric. I thought I bought enough because I had in mind that I would do a nice long duster type vest, but that didn't work out because I didn't buy enough fabric. So I made it as long as I could, but I still didn't like it. So I said, well, I'm just going to cut it off and I'm going to see what happens. So that's when I added the leopard print on the bottom just to give it some more length. So then I liked it.
And surprise, I am contestant number 4, and we thought it would be fun to go on together because we have, over 5,000 bolts of fabric in our store. There was a 1 in 5,000 chance that this happened, and it did. Holly and I chose the same fabric for our vest.
We didn't plan it.
We did not plan it. The whole thing was a secret. Everyone was very secretive about their choices. So when we showed up in the same thing, I don't know why I was surprised because we like the same fabrics. So I just followed the quick sew pattern basically as it was written. I did use my baby lock serger. I serged all of it together with the exception of the top stitch. I did that with a sewing machine. And Holly, did you serge yours together?
I serged it, but I didn't do any top stitching.
Okay. I liked using the serger.
Yeah.
It makes things go by very fast. And if it's too big as you're trying it on, you can easily cut fabric off with it to make it the size that fits you. So we'll do one final spin here. And good luck.
Yes.
Introducing contestant number 5, Shirley.
Hi.
After sewing and art, Shirley's passion lies in swimming. Shirley, tell us how that ties into your vest.
So I wanted to create water-looking fabric, so I chose my favorite batiks, and I just randomly cut the curves and stitched those together. I'm not sure what I was thinking because curved stitching is very difficult to do, but it was fun. I love challenges. And then after I stitched the curves, I went back with top stitching different threads and stitched over the top of the curves just randomly to add a little more movement to the fabric.
And I do see all of that movement with those stitches. Now tell us about what's going on down here.
Okay, so I guess I'll show you the back first.
Okay.
I found this wonderful fish, swirly fish from Urban Threads.
Wow.
So I embroidered that on the back, and then I picked up those design elements and added those to the bottom of the vest in the dark blue area to kind of break that up. And I machine appliqued that, but I cut the design myself and then just stitched around the edges, so it wasn't done as an embroidery. But
Very artistic of you. And the blue looks beautiful on you.
thank you. Yes, I love water. I love swimming. When you jump into the water, you're in a serene, wonderful, quiet world. It takes away my stress, and so that's why I love water and swimming, and that's why I did my vest.
That's so cool. Give the viewers one last turnaround. This is contestant number 5. Thank you so much, Shirley.
Thank you.
And contestant number 6 is me. For my vest, I used a combination of Rebel Girl fabric and my all-time favorite K facet prints. I cut the different pieces of my vest out of the Rebel Girl fabrics and added accents here and there of K fabric to tie it all together. I always go a little overboard with color, but I think it worked out in the end. On the back of my vest, I appliqued one of my classic eyeballs, because I can't do a project without doing one of those, and used the K fabric and the Rebel Girl fabric to tie it all together. Now here is your call to action. Please vote in the comments your favorite vest using the contestant's number. We will be announcing the winner of this challenge on Monday, November 8th. Thank you so much for participating in our vest challenge, and see you next time.